Alright, so I'm going to get started on the short path with minimum points. First thing I do is get my insignia ring. It identifies me as valuable. Find this coin. It's less valuable, but it has some value. I'm going to talk to Ali in the bookstore now. We got to talk to him twice. Once for him to confirm that we are on the land of the Green Isles, and a second time for him to recommend we talk to the ferryman to get even more information.
Good.
There's one. The second gives the point jingle. So we'll go talk to the ferryman. May I recognize this as my follow sound?
Hey, stranger, come join me.
If anyone didn't know where that was from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me.
You get points for coming in, but you actually have to talk to him one more time.
I'm a...
And take the rabbit's foot.
I see.
Give it to you. And we're gone. Bye. Next thing we're going to do is get a mint at the pawn shop. We're going to do a lot of dealings at the pawn shop.
Good day.
Actually, I'm going to talk to him first.
Excuse what?
So he mentions the magic map. He puts it on the counter.
What would you...
I mean, you got... Yes, that chime always means your points has increased. Although the amount it increases depends on the action. If you talk to him before you give him the coin to trade for stuff, you do actually get to see the magic map here.
That mechanic...
That's something that is just, you don't see it very often, so I might as well show it off. Take a mint. I should be at 8 points now. No, I'm at 10. Oh yes, I should be at 10. Okay. Let's trade the ring for the map. Using a little macro to skip dialogue very quickly. Because the point of these videos is the points. The points are the point. Alright. Now we're going to leave. He talked about... we reminded him he has magical stuff to throw away. So we're going to leave and come back. And we get to watch him throw stuff away. And then we go through his garbage to get invisible ink. Okay. Now it's time to use the magic map for the first time. We're off to the Isle of the Sacred Mountain. Oop. You get points only the very first time you use the map. Here we only want to do one thing, which is pick up this flower. Now we go to another island. And do basically the first major test of the game. Fool the 5 gnomes that each have 1 sense. So, the flower we just picked up is a stinky flower. That's what we use for this guy. We play the mechanical nightingale for the hearing one. He winds it extremely slowly here for some reason. Any other time you use the nightingale, he winds it way faster than this. I don't know why it's so slow here. Bebe Jam. It is a cute song. We're gonna give the taste gnome a mint. You're gonna love it. He describes it as sweet, and I don't know why. I don't consider mint to be sweet.
Alex.
But I have had mints that are sweet, so maybe it is one of those. Give him the rabbit's foot, and now sight. That's the kind of trickiest one to figure out.
Alex.
You can actually use the ink on yourself or on him. They both work. Okay. Just gonna check real quick. I'm at 28 points, which is correct. I wanna make sure I don't forget something and then have to do this all over. Okay. Alright. Even though they walk this way, they actually are gone completely. There's no way to see them again. I don't know where exactly they went. Maybe into the swamp. Alright, next thing we do is come over here. Get iceberg lettuce and say yee.
Yee.
And let's talk to the red gnome, sweet gnome. Haha. Watch the red and white queens argue for a bit. The red queen leaves her scarf behind. Deliberately, by the way. You can find out if you kind of report the dropped scarf to one of these guys. He mentions that the red queen drops her scarf on purpose all the time. And that you should keep it and consider yourself, you know, blessed or whatever that she thought you were worthy to do that in front of. Which I thought was pretty funny. It's like, it's not that it fell off and she lost it, but she actually dropped it on purpose. Okay, I should have 30 points now. Very good. Now we're going to the Isle of the Beast.
Alex. Alex.
Okay. We're going to take our iceberg lettuce and cool the magical boiling pond. Hoping. We're going to ignore the hunter's lamp sitting there. We don't care.
Ouch! Ow! The pond.
We'll find the genie again in disguise. I always want to show off a little glitch. You can start walking during the animation of picking this up. This brick.
You aren't gonna. Alex.
I think I did it perfectly there. Yeah, so I actually went to the bottom to transition to walk back down. And then I was interrupted by the cutscene, and I automatically went down once it was done. Okay, 35 points, very good. We are going back to the Isle of the Crown now.
Alex.
Alec.
Alex.
We're doing one single thing here. And it doesn't even give us any points. But we have to do it. Which is to trade the mechanical nightingale for the flute. So back to the pawn shop we go. We get to see the genie arguing over there being no more mints. He leaves, and then we can do our business.
Would you?
The flute?
The flute? Thank you.
I just like how he says that. Okay. Back to the Isle of Wonder.
Alex.
We're going to use the flute to entice the shy wallflowers so that we can get at the hole in the wall that hides behind them. Okay, that's a glitch that happens sometimes. Clearly I wasn't clicking on the map, but it selected the map for some reason. Now I get to hear another nice little song.
Alexander stops playing the...
Okay. Getting the hole in the wall should get me to 38. Yes. Now we go back to the Isle of the Crown, because that was the one and only thing we needed the flute for in the whole game. So we're going to trade the flute for the tinderbox. It's already going to be up here because it was the active item.
Would you... Oh, Alexander
I always thought the
closely at
tinderbox
item
here
behind.
looked like the bottom of like a Bunsen
I
burner.
believe-
Okay, so again, that gave me no points. Now we are off to the Isle of the Sacred Mountain to solve the Cliffs of Logic. Which is basically a barrier that was kind of meant for copy protection. Although kind of weird for that because it's fixed. So once you know the answer, you could just include it with, you know, the illegitimate copies that are spreading around. All right, so I am at 38 points, yes. Okay. All right, so
There appears...
correct answer here is rise. Get to watch all the steps appear.
Alexander's...
I have to click on each one, walk icon to go all the way up. From the second screen up, if you misclick once, you just fall to your death.
Alexander...
Okay, Master of Languages, Will. S-O-A-R.
The stone ben-
Soar. Normally you need the guidebook to the Land of the Green Isles, which came with the game, to know the answer to that. Or at least to give you the means to figure out the answer. There's a rhyme that goes with this puzzle that I don't remember perfectly,
Nothing
but
happened.
okay.
This...
Basically, it's 4-1-2. Something like 4 men standing in a row, third from the left, and down you go. The rest in order move you on, the youngest, the oldest, and the second son. That's what it is. Hooray, I remembered. At least I got it like 95% correct. Okay.
Alexander...
Now, the Ancient One's Sacred Four. Don't remember what they all are.
This...
What the symbols represent. It's a caterpillar, air, azure, and something else. It's not important right now. All we care about are the points. I'm only going to inject enough explanation that I can fit in between stuff, so I don't actually slow down the gameplay at all. Which is basically the opposite of what I did in my original video series. There's like 11 minutes of me just talking before I start playing the game.
Alex... This...
I'll probably include a link in the videos of that series to link to the new video. Now, when we get to the top here, the genie is going to be in disguise as an old woman. Unfortunately, unlike with the gardener and stuff, we can't just walk... Well, she'll hang out for a bit, and we can't do the next thing we want to do, which is go into this cave here, because Alex is too polite to do it while she's standing here. But she takes a while to go away on her own. It's actually faster to climb down and back up, which you only have to do on the lowest screen, but still. She takes 30 seconds to go away. I timed it. And doing this takes about 26 seconds. So it saves time, but not that much. Unfortunately, the automatic climb down goes all the way down to here. And then I'm just going to basically immediately turn around and go back up. It sucks that it the best time save saves so little time. Okay, now we're going to go into...
Alexander arrives.
Let me just scroll down my route here. Okay. Now we'll go into the dark cave here.
Alexander.
Something that I learned while playing these routes out is that I always assumed that when you're in here, to light it up, you got to click the tinderbox on Alex. You don't. You can click it anywhere.
Alexander.
And that applies to the other place where you have to light the tinderbox in the dark room. You can also click it anywhere. I had no idea until I was doing this. So we'll go ahead and get the peppermint leaf. And you actually don't need the tinderbox on the way out. You can light it in here, of course, but because, I guess, because the exit is lit up by daylight, the game doesn't make you turn on the tinderbox to exit. Now, I should have 47 points. Okay, very good. Now, we're going to walk north and get captured. Whoops. I didn't walk north all the way. I'm going to get thrown into the catacombs. I should get thrown directly in, because I believe I have everything set up already. And then I'm going to do a safety save, just in case I do something really stupid. I don't want to start all over if I, like, misclick on something. When you cut off the dialogue right at the beginning, you get some funny stuff. Alright, 47 points? Yes. Okay. Let me just go here. Short, min, safety. Gotta start. Okay. So we gotta do a few things in here. Just scroll my thing down here. First thing we're gonna do is go to the floor tile puzzle. So we're gonna go north 3 times. 1. 2, 3, and then west once. West. 3 roses laid upon the bower, a scythe for he who cuts the flower, a crown, a dove, most noble race. Thy bones make sacred this dread place, something like that. That's the solution. You die if you step anywhere else. Okay, next thing we want to do is get the shield, which is right here.
Alexander.
Let's go to the ceiling trap room. So we go north, northeast. North. North again. And east. And okay. From here, we're going to go to the trap door to fall to the lower level, which is east, east, northeast. East, east, north, east. We get to see some cartoon gravity here. I like how he actually moves his legs. It's pretty funny. And again, I always thought you had to click on Alexander's eyes to light the tinderbox, and I always thought it was like, yeah, I guess my aim was good enough, but it doesn't matter. You can click anywhere. Even nowhere near the torch, which is over here. Okay. Now we have some longer routes to walk. So we want to go west 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then south.
Alexander.
Yeah. I'll be with you in a moment. I almost called the Minotaur Mini. I was about to say Mini. Narrator mentions that he sounds super loud now, like he's right next to me. This is what I call the spy room. So here's the room where you have to go and use the hole in the wall, on the wall, so that you can look through it, see the Minotaur activate the secret latch that opens his lair. Hole in the wall leaves. For some reason, tries to go home. There's no way he's making it back to the Isle of Wonder from here. We're not even on the same island, so the hole in the wall is screwed, unfortunately. Now, we're going to travel to the tapestry room. This is the big journey from here. So we go west 3 times. 1, 2, 3. South twice. 1, 2. East. South. East twice. 1, 2. North. Whoops. North.
Alexander.
Yeah. East. North. North. And here we are in what I call the tapestry room. It's just a matter of finding the same latch. You can walk in, or you could talk to either of them to trigger this. I'm gonna skip the worst voice acting in the game. Okay. Alright, and that's the catacombs done. It's nice and quick when you know what you're doing. Now, if you look at your points before and after defeating the Minotaur, you might think that defeating the Minotaur gives you a whopping 9 points. But it actually doesn't. It gives you 3 points. The game gives you 6 points for receiving the sacred water from the Oracle during this cutscene. I don't know why you get points for something that happens automatically, but... But yeah, I did figure... Yeah, see, there's... But see, you can't look at this during, so it's just basically... See, well, maybe it's not for getting the sacred water. Maybe the points are for seeing the Oracle. Actually. Oh, no. No, there we go. The first chime was for beating the Minotaur. Actually, maybe it's 3 and 3. Well, anyway, not important right now. We have 67, as we should. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do another safety save real quick, just because catacombs are done. All right, next, we go to the Isle of the Mists, which has now appeared on the map. It wasn't there before. Come here to do one thing, which is steal a scythe from the druids. Which apparently Alex doesn't mind doing sometimes.
From the northeast.
Let's grab that scythe. And then promptly leave. Now we're off to the Isle of the Beast. We're going to get past the second and third magical traps on the Isle of the Beast now. Second, we use the shield we just got. You can click on the archer or on Alex. They both work. Then we're going to grab a white rose.
Alexander,
walk to get the magical hedges to show up. And then use the scythe to get rid of them. We're cursed now. We're going to break this curse in record time. I have 76 points. Okay, as expected. Very good. I'm just scared of screwing this up, so... forgetting one step and having to like redo everything. Especially because I want to put this on YouTube, you know. All right, so we go to the Isle of the Beast, Isle of the Crown rather, and interact with Beauty for the very first time. I didn't even stick around long enough to see her get yelled at in this run so far by her stepmother. This looks pretty funny, this part, especially when you speed it up. She does a little magic trick where you give her a white rose and she instantly makes it disappear. They give her the ring and she instantly decides to leave. Walks very slowly here, though. Instantly back here. This is the genie in disguise spying on us. I always thought this was a salamander. Apparently, officially, this is supposed to be a weasel. I don't see it. You let me know if you see it. I don't see it. That doesn't even look like it's furry at all. It looks amphibious or reptilian. Okay, so I'm at 82. All right, back to the Isle of the Crown. And we're basically getting ready to go to the castle now. Funky looking ferret. Last bit of traveling. Okay. We're gonna trade the tinderbox and get the mechanical nightingale back. Had a brain fart there.
Would you? Oh.
Okay. All right, let's go to the castle. Screen we haven't touched yet this whole run either. Okay. Do one more safety save. And we're going to drink the sacred water for good luck.
Alex
Doesn't give you any points, just gets it out of your inventory. Doesn't do anything.
Well,
I should have 86 points when I get in. A shot of sacred water, yeah.
yeah.
Girl.
Girl.
I just like how he says that. Sounds very breathy. Okay. I have 86 points, as I expect. Okay. Okay, we go up to the northwest hallway. Well, the west hallway on the second floor. Northwest actually not really correct, but... yeah. Okay, they talked. Get my gale ready. I'm going to use it once they start walking back up again, north.
Alexander.
Look how much faster he winds it now. See?
The mechanical song.
Okay, I'm going to show off something here that I also learned recently. Now, usually, I'm used to hiding behind this pillar, and Alex leans up to it on the... I can't really show this off. On the right side of it. Like, okay, I'll hide in one place one time and the other place the other time. So usually,
Alexander.
he hides like this. And this doesn't make any damn sense because they could definitely see him if he was like this. But if you happen to be standing over here when you click on the pillar, he puts himself right here, which is a place that makes a lot more sense.
Alexander.
And I have no idea why. Alright, so... I don't know why that's not the animation they always use, because that's the place where it makes sense. Anyway. Just a little thing I noticed. I think it's worth pointing out. Okay.
Alexander.
Take down the portrait. Get the nail.
Alexander.
Our trusty bootleg lockpick. So we can use on the worst lock of all time. Use this nail on the trunk to open it, because it's locked. Get the incriminating letter. It's our evidence. And we're immediately going to put the nail in the portrait back so that nothing is seen to be amiss.
Alexander. Alexander.
Okay. We'll go up here.
Alexander.
Casima's in this room. So let's talk to the door.
Hello?
Okay. And we're going to give the dagger to the door. So that Casima can have it. We're going to head back. Back into the alcove.
Alexander.
There we go. See? Doesn't that make way more sense for him to hide like that? I mean, come on. I should have 102 points. All right, good.
The guard.
Bye.
It's
Wedding music begins. Now we're going to meet Saladin at the main throne room doors where the wedding's taking place.
the wedding music is coming from behind the...
Oops. Late skip there. We give him the evidence.
Wait.
When you go in to interrupt the wedding again, it's like the Minotaur. You can either walk forward or talk to either of them. I'm going to talk to Casima. So you say Casimus. He says it.
Casimus!
That, of course, is a genie in disguise. Let's reveal that. The mirror we got from Beast after we cured his curse. Or dispelled his curse. So cured it. It's not like a disease.
Shamir.
Okay, bye, Shamir. Follow Al-Hazred up. And up. He's going to summon Shamir to kill me. And there's the real Casima. Lure him with the peppermint. Look, like no inventory. Peppermint makes him drunk. And then he fucks up, and his killing spell ends up bouncing off the walls, and he kills himself. Well, more like annihilates himself. Grab the ceremonial sword off the wall. It's not meant to be used like an actual sword, so it's like way too heavy. Okay. It's rotoscope time. Now, I'm usually caught up looking at this because it's kind of cool to look at, but if you actually pay attention down here, Casima is... You can see her using the dagger to cut the ropes that are tying her up, and see her gradually getting herself free from her restraints, which is a pretty cool detail they didn't have to show. Because this looks pretty cool too. And your attention is usually going to be here. See? She's not tied up anymore. And she gets up. You can see she has the dagger in her hand. She stabs him in the shoulder, which I imagine would hurt like hell.
Casima.
And then sword on him. And we're done. It's 116 points. I guess I'll... I don't know if it's even worth looking at the ending. I mean, I guess. Well, so we'll look at the details of the wedding based on the stuff I did, right? So I'm at 116 points, I'm pretty sure. And that's the minimum. And how fast did I do this? Even with the mistakes, I've been streaming for less than an hour. Okay. So I can definitely get a lot done today, I think. with any luck. Okay, so it's wedding time. They get married a week later.
Cosima and Alexander.
So here's
Captain
Jalo.
Saladin
He doesn't know us at all, so he's
wedding
kind of nervous and
Saladin is
untrusting of me.
honored to do so.
Guard dogs just hanging out Saladin. That's basically
On
it.
this historical day of
That's all we
great
got.
joy in the land of the Green Isles, we witness the union of Cosima, beloved princess of this realm, and Alexander, Prince of Daventry. Do you, Prince Alexander of Daventry, take Princess Cosima?
I do.
And do you?
I do.
Now about the ring.
Do you have a ring?
Nope, gave it to the pawn shop owner.
I'm afraid I left my insignia ring in the pawn shop.
That's all right, Alexander. We'll get one later.
Well,
Cosima just takes it in stride. It's great.
we'll skip the ring.
It's funny.
Who gives this bride to be wed?
That would be me. In the name of King Calathon, beloved friend, I give his daughter Cosima in wedlock.
Thank you, Jalo.
Since the groom has no family present, I will speak on his behalf. Alexander,
Thank you, Saladin.
Done.
then Alexander and Cosima, I now pronounce you...
Pronounce you dead. He looks a little morose over here.
Excuse my interrupting your joy.
Okay, he asked them if they want to be king and
What
queen.
is it, Saladin?
Alexander,
Thank
Sally.
you, Captain.
King
A
Calathon
crowd of
and
three.
Queen Ilaria, will you two,
Clearly more
Alexander
voices
and
than there are
Cosima,
people.
I'm out.
I love my...
I wish my father... I will miss him. But I love you, Cosima.
Yeah, now
I do feel...
Alex expresses that he's sad his family's not here. His family will never know what happened to him, which is that's pretty bittersweet. But he's like, "Oh, but I love you, Cosima. I agree to stay here." You know.
Somehow this land and I seem to suit each other. I accept.
Oh, Alex.
I'm so...
Now they're king and queen.
King Alex, unfortunately,
Yes, Alexander. We will have to try to discover how Alhazred managed to make them hate each other.
Yeah, so we never figure out why the islands were feuding with each other. Like they are all accusing each other of stealing stuff. We never found the stolen treasures, and we never did anything to repair the ferry, which you can really only do at the end if you save the genie. But
So that we can undo what he has done.
now let us celebrate our good fortune.
that's basically it. And I should probably stop just as the music starts playing, because I don't want to get VOD muted or demonetized on YouTube. All right. Okay. All right. So that is the short path with minimum points.